girl, she's doing so well. She doesn't even have a YouTube, and I wanted to come on YouTube. Tinao, I love her videos. Her videos are so nice. Like Instagram videos are so nice. Like she puts in so much effort, and you can tell that. And I like people like that. You can see that she puts in effort.
Hey guys, it's me again, Tina, however you like to call me. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're already a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something different. This is not going to be a makeup tutorial, it's rather going to be a chit chat kind of video. So basically, when I put up my Q&A on my Insta story where I asked my followers to ask me questions that they wanted to know about me, about 50% of the questions were, tell us about your makeup journey, how did you start, and why did you start doing makeup. And so I decided to film a separate video talking about my makeup journey because it's a long thing. Anyway, I started makeup a while ago, and if you didn't know, I used to be a makeup artist until I became what I am now. So I started off as a makeup artist, and I'm doing beauty content creation now. So if you want to know how I started, why I started, my whole process, my whole journey, just stick with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Before we even get into the video, let's address the elephant in the room, which is my hair, obviously. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me wearing this unit a couple of times. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should be, you probably haven't seen it because I haven't worn this hair on my YouTube channel before. So this company called Hair Revamp reached out to me, and they were like, sis, we need to come for your hair and bring it back to life. And I was like, of course, why not? And so they took my hair, they conditioned it, they washed it, they conditioned it, they treated it, and yeah, basically they brought it back to life. So I would like to give the company a big shout out. I'll leave their Instagram handle somewhere in the video, and I'll also leave it down in the description box down below. So if you guys are in Ghana, please check them out. They basically provide services, hair services. So basically they wash your hair, they condition it, they treat it, they curl it, they even dye your hair if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, don't forget to check them out because you already know. I mean, if they were not good, I won't say it on my channel. So yeah, check them out. So I remember as far back when I was in my 4th year in primary school, I think I was about 6, 7, 8. I think I was about 8 or 9 years old. I knew as young as that age, I was at that age, I knew I wanted to do something or get into something related to beauty, but I didn't know specifically that I would get into makeup. So that's how it started. I was young as 8 years old or 9 years old. So my cousin opened her shop. She opened her nail shop in Ghana, in Accra, and every Saturday I would follow my mom diligently to her shop to go and watch my mom do her nails. I used to follow her like diligently, religiously. I never ever missed one day. So anytime when I go there, I would see her like putting on the acrylic or the gel, or she'll be painting my mom's nails or whoever comes in the shops their nails, and I'll be so intrigued. Like I was like, wow, this is so cool. So I remember from then on, I was like, okay, this is cool. Like beauty is cool. Like I want to do something in relation to beauty. Then I started using my mom's makeup. I know most of the girls started wearing makeup by using their mom's makeup, and sis, her foundation wasn't even my foundation shade. So fast forward, I remember I traveled to the UK, to London specifically, to visit my cousin and my family members there. I had told my eldest cousin there, she's called Abba, and if Abba, you're watching this video, I hope you remember this story. I told her about my makeup, my passion for makeup, and I remember she taking me to the H&M store, and she picked out a palette for me, and I remember it was this really tiny palette. It was filled with like pastel colors and shimmery colors. There were no mattes in it, so we had a pastel blue, a pastel pink, a pastel purple, and they were all like shimmery colors. And I remember her buying it for me, and at that time there were really no like makeup brushes. We used to use this applicator thing that we used to apply eyeshadow on our eyelids. So basically I would like put the applicator thing on in the palette, swirl it in the color, and then I'll literally draw like a line on my eyelid, and that was my eyeshadow, and then I'll call it a day. There was no highlights, there was no contouring, there was no eyebrows, there was nothing like that. So that's how I started with my makeup. So after that, my mom traveled to America, and my mom used to like shop a lot in Macy's, Lord and Taylor, Nordstrom, and those kind of departmental stores. And anytime when she would go there to buy, like, let's say perfume, they would give her like a sample. And in the sample, one time she went and they gave her makeup sample. So it was basically in a makeup bag, and it had like brushes in it, tiny brushes in it. It had bronzer, it had mascara, and I think it had lip gloss or something like that. So when she came to Ghana, I took the makeup bag from her. I mean, obviously I would take it. So I took it from her, and I remember I used to use the bronzer as my powder, like my setting powder, because at that time I didn't have foundation. I didn't really know anything about foundation, so I used to use the bronzer as my powder. And do you guys remember Miss Loretta pencils? They used to sell it in the market. I would line my eyes with this pencil, and then I'll wear mascara, lip gloss, and then call it a day. Like, this was around secondary school times, high school days, and I would put it on when me and my friends are going out, and I would think that, oh, like, I have arrived. Listen, like, you can't talk to me. So yeah, I discovered YouTube in my first year of uni, which was 2010, a long time ago. So I remember the Jenny Jenkins. She was the first person I watched on YouTube. Like, I always think about Instagram, but anyway, she was the first person I watched on YouTube. At that time, she was called Beauty by JJ, and there was Nature B. Nature B was the first person I learned eyebrows, how to draw my eyebrows from. And then there was Destiny Godly. There was that Igbo chick. She's now called Dima Ume. I remember Dima Ume used to do she would match like not her foundation, she would match like her headscarf to her eyeshadow. She used to call it Ankara inspired. I remember, and I was like, wow, like, how could somebody think about matching their eyeshadow to their headscarf? Like, really, like, this girl is really killing it. So that was when I discovered YouTube. So in my first year of uni, I got my first foundation, and I remember it was from Black Secret. It was a cream to powder foundation. So basically it was very pasty. It wasn't like your regular like runny or liquid foundation. It was very, very like pasty, and I used to use that. I remember it was very, very oily as well. And then I got my blush from Black Secret too. And then I remember my cousin gifted me with my first ever high-end foundation. I remember so well. I can never forget. It was from MAC Cosmetics. It was the Studio Fix NW48. I remember specifically that shade, NW48, and I used to use it. When I got it, I felt so good. Oh, at that time when we used to use MAC, we used to feel so bougie, we used to feel so expensive. Like, listen, when I use MAC, you can't tell me anything, you can't tell me nothing.
Period.
I started doing my friends' makeup. Anytime when we go out, like, they'll come to me, oh, Tina, can you draw my eyebrows for me? Then I'll draw it. Or maybe sometimes I'll do like maybe some small eyeshadow for them or something like that, stuff like that. So in my third year of uni, I decided to take this makeup thing serious, and that's when I decided to start makeup artistry on a professional level. So I used to consider myself a professional makeup artist. Anyway, so I got my first ever professional client in my third year of uni. I remember her name was Karen. Karen, if you're watching this video, thank you so much. She's such a sweet person. I got recommended to her by my other friend called Jeffrey. Jeffrey knows how much I love him. So yeah, Jeffrey recommended me to her, and based on that, I started doing like bridal makeup. I started doing makeup for, like, if you're going for occasions, they will call me to do makeup for them. Actually got my first ever eyeshadow palette in my third year of uni. It was bought by my sister and her husband, and I know she's watching this video. Thank you very much. I actually have it here. So this was my first ever professional palette. It looked like this, and it was from BH Cosmetics. So basically this eyeshadow had like two like stories, so you could literally take one out and then you have the other one here. This was the eyeshadow. Like, if you guys are makeup OGs, you guys know about these kind of eyeshadows. Like, we all had it. And I remember they also had like the 3-story one. So basically it was, you could take like 3 trays out of the whole like shadow palettes, and this is how I started. So this is the eyeshadow I used to use for my brides. This is the eyeshadow palette I used to use for every client that I had. So because I started taking makeup seriously now, I remember my friend called Sister. She's actually called Akosia, but we all call her Sister. So her mom had a shop in the market in Makola, and I remember me telling her that, oh, I want to go to the market and buy makeup. So I remember one day I went with her. I drove to the market and then went to buy makeup. We bought so much makeup. We went to the Mary Kay store and then we went to get so much makeup. We got these Bobbi Brown brushes. They were fake, but I still got them. So yeah, those were the makeup that I started using for my clients. So there was a time that my mom traveled to Dubai, and when she came back, she got me foundations. And the foundation she got me was from MAC. It was MAC Match Master. But I remember when she came and she gave it to me, I was like, what is Match Master? Because I only knew Studio Fix at that time. I didn't know that MAC had like different lines of foundation. So I was like, I thought she had gotten me something fake. So I was like, what is it? And then I actually Googled it. And then I was like, oh wow, there was actually like something called Match Master. I didn't know. So that's when I started using MAC for my clients. Before, I used to use only Mary Kay products. So I started using MAC foundations and MAC powders for my clients. And I remember she got me different shades. So she got me like the lightest shade. She got me like 2 medium shades. And I think she got me 1 dark shade. So what I used to do was I would mix foundations just to get my clients' actual shade. So during that time, that was when Instagram came out, and there were these makeup artists on Instagram, or beauty bloggers, or content creators. I don't even think they were called content creators at that time. They were basically posting makeup pictures. There was nothing like videos on Instagram, so they would like post like close-up shots. I remember that was the first time I discovered Crispy. She would like post this close-up shots of like eyeshadow looks, and I was like, wow, I was so intrigued. And because of Instagram, I went ahead and got my first high-end eyeshadow palette. It was from Urban Decay, and I have it right here. It was the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. This palette was very, very expensive. I don't even know why I got it. I got it because people on Instagram at that time were hyping it, so I got it. And I didn't even use it that much, to be honest. But yeah, sentimental value. So yeah, my friend called Edwin designed my first ever logo for me, my first ever Tinao logo. And I remember he used literally like 10 minutes to design that thing because he was so good with Photoshop. Edwin, if you're watching this video, thank you very much, because you were with me from the beginning and he's still with me. After that, I was still watching YouTube videos, and I had discovered this other makeup artist called Beatface Honey, and I discovered this other makeup artist called Miss Rush Posh. So Edwin would literally go home, this same Edwin who designed my logo for me, he would go home and then download YouTube videos for me, like specifically makeup videos, makeup tutorial videos, and then he would bring it to school, and then I would transfer it from his pen drive onto my laptop, and then I would keep on watching, trying to perfect my skills. And my other friend called Rebecca, she would go home and download Miss Rush Posh's videos, and then she would bring it to me, and then we would exchange. So in my 3rd year of uni, I decided to do my first ever photo shoot, and in that photo shoot, the photographer who took my pictures was Nidra in Lightsville. I will insert them here, guys. Don't judge me, because those pictures and that makeup was done like what, 7 years ago. So anyway, so that was my first photo shoot. Also, one more thing, I remember at that time when MAC was still like reigning in high-end makeup and everybody liked MAC, I was one of those people who started collecting MAC lipsticks. Everybody was collecting MAC lipsticks at that time. It was a thing. So yes, I literally bought all these lipsticks from MAC. Like, guys, I did that. I know, like I have so many MAC lipsticks here, they can't all even fit into my hand. Like, I was one of those people who were collecting MAC lipsticks. Like, I would buy all the time. But that Zaron Cosmetics launched their first shop in Ghana. I remember I was in Jawulu, and then they called us makeup artists to come and do makeup for models. And then I went there with a couple of other makeup artists, and that was the first time I met Miss Evita Joseph, and I met Annette. Annette is a makeup artist in Ghana. She mostly does like bridal makeup, and Evita Joseph owns her own makeup line. I think Evita Joseph started off as a makeup artist as well before she branched into owning her own brand. And it's so inspiring because at that time when I met Evita Joseph, I remember she had this brush belt, and it was full of like makeup brushes from Sigma, and she was telling us about the brushes. I remember if I'm not mistaken, that she had like a discount code, or she was trying to get a discount code from Sigma or something. She owns her own makeup brand now, and she has her own brushes and stuff like that. And I feel like it's so inspiring because I saw her when she started. I was basically with her when she started, and where she is now, she is like killing it in the game. She's killing it in the industry. Her products, makeup products, are so bomb. I have a couple of her products. Some I bought with my money, some she gifted them to me, and Annette is really doing well. I remember Annette had this green eyeshadow and she had this transition, this red transition, and I asked her what did she use for the red transition. I think she said she used a blush, and I was like, what? Like, you can use blush for eyeshadow too? In my head, I was thinking like, wow, I only thought you could use eyeshadow for eyeshadow. I didn't know that makeup was very versatile or was very like multi-purpose, you know. So after uni, I took a trip to the US to visit my my siblings there. And when I went there, that was when I think ColourPop had just launched or come out with their brand. I remember their first product launches were liquid lipsticks, and they had these Super Shock eyeshadows. These eyeshadows were very unique because I guess no brand had come out with something like that. I remember they were very like squishy, and they were very, very shimmery, and they came in like shadow pots where you had to screw and unscrew them. So as usual, I took a trip to colourpopcosmetics.com and I splurged. When I tell you splurge, I splurged, okay, on their website. I went to buy so many of their Super Shock eyeshadows. I bought so many of their liquid lipsticks, and then I also discovered Morphe Cosmetics. And it's weird because recently Morphe came on my page and they reposted me, and it was such a blessing. And then after that, they also liked a few of my pictures, and I was so blessed. I felt so blessed and I felt so happy. I was obviously so excited because, I mean, come on, it's Morphe. They were having like a huge sale, discount sale, and I got this palette on Black Friday. So yeah, that was my first Morphe palette. So weird, I don't even use it now. So during those trips to America, I would go to like Walmart and Target, and I'll go and walk through the makeup lanes. I remember anytime when I would go to Walmart, my sister would go like for the food shopping, like the grocery shopping, and I would go like to the makeup side, the makeup aisle, and I'll be going down like the makeup lanes looking at products and stuff, and I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, this is the makeup product that this person recommended, or this is the makeup product that this person used. I used to do that all the time. So after uni, I started doing my national service. Unfortunately for me, my national service, where I did my national service, was very close to ANC Mall, and there was a Vodafone cafe there, and I kid you not, every single day I used to go to Vodafone Cafe, sit down, take my laptop with me, and download makeup videos from YouTube. Yes, I did that every single day, religiously. You know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I did that so many times religiously. I would go there, download videos, come home, watch till I fall asleep. That's what I used to do all the time. That's how I used to learn. This is how I learned eyeshadow, you know? This is how I learned how to do makeup, from YouTube. I didn't go to any beauty school. I didn't go for any makeup class when I started. I wasn't like mentored by anybody. I wasn't following any makeup artist around to learn. I literally learned how to do makeup from YouTube, guys. And that's honestly been it, like YouTube. So I worked for 2 years after my national service, decided to further my education, so I moved to the UK, Leeds to be specific. And before going to Leeds, I wanted to be a Mac girl. So I was like, okay, this is my first move. When I go to UK, I'm going to whilst I'm in school, I would apply to Mac and be a Mac girl, and then work at the Mac counter or one of the pro stores or whatever job they'll give me at Mac. As long as I'm working at Mac, I'm fine. So as soon as I arrived in the UK, you guys, I went to a clothing store and I went to buy all black outfits. I kid you not, all black outfits, because I wanted to be a Mac girl so bad. And I think their uniform was black, so basically if you work at Mac, you have to wear all black, I think from head to toe. So I went ahead and applied to Mac twice. I got turned down. I applied to Bobbi Brown, they turned me down. I applied to Fenty Beauty, they turned me down. I applied to NYX Cosmetics, I got turned down. I applied to what's the name of this one, Benefit Cosmetics, they turned me down as well. And it's like these companies were just turning me down left, right, center. And mind you, I did have a working visa. Like, I was eligible to work. So it wasn't like I was doing anything illegal or anything like that. Like, I was eligible to work, so I didn't understand why they were not picking me, because in my mind I'm like, I can do makeup, like I can do this, just give me the job and I will show you, like I will prove to you that I got this. Like, no two ways about that. I just broke down.
Break down, no be break down. Break down, no be break down. No be break down. Thank you to my ex.
So I was like, okay, fine, if these people will not give me this job, let me start posting on Instagram then, and I will show them, listen. So I went ahead and got my first ring light. I remember I got my ring lights and it was quite expensive. It was a little over £100, and I got it, and then Amazon delivered it the next day. When the ring lights came, I started doing makeup and taking pictures and posting it on Instagram and tagging companies and stuff like that. And I was feeling good about myself. So when I got turned down by all these companies, I started working for Royal Mail. How do you go from wanting to work at makeup to working at Royal Mail? I mean, there's a huge contrast, a very huge difference. I mean, sorting out letters and doing makeup. Like, I used to work night shifts. So basically I would work from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. guys. I used to hustle so much. So yes. I got my camera finally, and then I started posting my makeup tutorial videos on Instagram. And I remember, if you look at my first ever video that I posted, that was last year, and compared to my most recent, there's a huge difference. Because at that time I didn't know, I was using Final Cut Pro at that time, even when I started, but I didn't know anything about color grading. I didn't know anything about putting like the video in like the Instagram size. I didn't know anything about that. All I knew was basic editing stuff, such as cutting, trimming, adding music, adding text, and that is all that I knew. I kept on recording, posting, recording, editing, posting, recording, editing, posting, and then I did my first collab with Akai. Akai, if you're watching this video, thank you so much for collabing with me. And then I finally met Jessica. If you guys don't know Jessica, I mean, obviously you guys know Jessica. What am I saying? Anyway, so I met Jessica at if you don't know, I have collabed with her too before. I mean, I'm coming to the story. Wait, gee. Anyway, so I met Jessica at a makeup show. It wasn't a makeup show. It was a, what was it? It was makeup sale. I met Jessica at a makeup sale, and she was very nice to me. And I remember when I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, you're Jessica. And then she was actually very nice to me. We hugged, we talked for a little bit, and then that was it. And if you guys didn't know, I also have I did a video with her on YouTube on her channel. She actually messaged me one day, and then she was like, oh, she would really love to have me on her channel. And I was like, are you serious? Of course I would love to be on your channel. So she invited me to her home. We filmed my first ever video, and she was really nice to me. She's actually a very nice person. She's actually helped me through this whole content creation thing. There's no time that I would ask Jessica for, like, let's say advice on something and she would say no or she'd be rude. Like, Jessica is like, she's a real MVP. Anyway, so we did our first ever YouTube together on her channel, and then after that we did our Instagram video as well. So we did one video for Instagram, one video for YouTube, and you guys seem to like it a lot. So Jessica, I know you watch my videos. I think you watch my videos. Anyway, I'm just joking. I know you watch my videos, so thank you very much for being such a great friend and collabing with me, and yeah, thank you for being you. One of my my Instagram videos that I posted, I will leave it here somewhere. I was very fortunate and very blessed enough for a whole Jackie Aina to repost me. I mean, last year around, I think it was December 31st, if I'm not mistaken, I finally met Jackie Aina. Jackie. Listen, like, this is how Jackie Aina makes me feel, okay? Oh God! Oh, I got that right. Anyway, so I met Jackie Aina, and then I decided to finally start my YouTube channel, which is this channel, which you're on watching me, enjoying my content as usual. So my first YouTube video was posted on the 5th of April 2020, and ever since I posted that video, I guess I've been consistent, and I'm trying as much as possible to continue in my consistency, not stopping or whatever. Guys, at this point I am so tired. I've literally been talking for like minutes, like I've been talking for hours, okay? And at this point I am so tired. Okay, I decided to bring my little friend back. If you guys don't know who she is, she had a very grand debut in my Q&A video. If you guys haven't seen that video, please check it out because it's a very funny video, if I do say so myself. That was like kind of gave me some energy, you know? Like I feel like I'm back and ready to go. I would consider myself, or I do consider myself, a beauty content creator now. I create makeup tutorials on both Instagram and YouTube. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you are really missing out because I'm serving you with good looks, bomb looks, okay? Right. So yeah, basically just follow me on Instagram, okay? We are almost at 3k followers and I'm so excited. I know it's very small, but hey, humble beginnings, we all start from somewhere, right? There are times where I'm like, is this thing really for me? You know, there are times where those thoughts come into your head because you might feel like you're not really doing well, but then it's very weird because at those times when those kind of thoughts, those evil thoughts come into my mind, God literally just sends like an angel my way, and then I would get like a message from even strangers telling me on Instagram that you are doing so well, don't give up. Like I'm not, like I kid you not, I've gotten like thousands and thousands of messages, well not thousands like I've gotten like many messages from people like I've never actually met before, telling me how well I'm doing, how well they enjoy my content. I must be doing something right. So there's this girl that messaged me on Instagram one day, and this is just like one of the kind of messages that I get all the time from people I know, people I don't know. But this particular girl, I don't know her, I've never met her before, I've never seen her. She goes like, when those dark times come and you feel like it's not worth it, remember there are more people like me who won't say anything but are supporting you. Like, this is so sweet. And I get messages like this all the time, and it makes me want to like do more. Like it inspires me, it motivates me. So yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoy my content. I'm glad you guys like me. Most of you don't know this side of me, that I'm very silly, but yeah, I'm glad it's actually coming out now because I know where I have come from, and I know where I am now, and I know where I am heading, and I know how I suffered with low confidence and low self-esteem growing up as a child, and where I am now. And it's obviously because of God. Like, listen, like God is coming through for me one way or the other. Like I can't do this video without giving credit to him, because without him I won't be where I am now, or I won't even be pursuing what I'm pursuing now. And he's been so good to me. He is seeing me through, and he will continually see me through. And yes, like listen, God is good. That's all I can say. Like God is good. All the people who have contributed to my makeup stash that I have, I want to say thank you very much. They know themselves. I don't want to mention names, but mostly all the makeup I have, I either bought them with my money or they were gifts from either family or friends, and I want to thank them too, because without them I also won't be here, or I won't be where I am now, because obviously I won't have makeup products to be doing this. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some form of inspiration or some form of motivation from my journey, and I hope it's inspired you or inspires you one way or the other. And thank you for believing in me, and thank you for everything. And yeah, if you still haven't subscribed, I'm still judging you. Don't let this my inspirational message, don't just take it, subscribe basically, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like my video, and don't forget to comment down below the kind of videos you guys want me to film, and I would gladly without a doubt film it for you. The eyebrow tutorial is coming, I know it's coming. So yeah, I love you guys, stay blessed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.